Right, so we are here at PAX 2013, and you are announcing something big.
Yeah.
And it rhymes with big. It's called
boy.
The Rig. That's a horrible segue, but tell us about it.
You can show yourself out.
Well, you're wearing it right now. So
yeah, actually, this is the rig. And we like we talked about with the Plantronics Commander, that's a pretty top tier competitive product. We wanted to make something for everybody. So this is a product that is it's really for players who play multiplayer games, players who play games that are voice connected. But what happens is we know that what's always near us is our smartphone. Phones. No matter if you're 14 or 44, this is always right there. But what happens when you get a phone call? What happens when you get an IM or a slew of emails? You're immersed in a game. It just kind of, or if it's that cute girl from the cafe last Friday calling you, and you're 45 minutes deep into a league game, what do you do?
You continue playing, or do you stop?
It's one or the other. It's like you piss off 9 people and get banned from your account, or you talk, or you let her go. So we understand that players today, they want to take the call, but they always feel like it's interruption. So what we invented was a system, a mixer and a headset system that enabled people to take calls and keep playing. So it does some pretty interesting things in the UI that you would normally want to happen when you're going from a chat with your team to a phone call. So I'll describe that first. So this is the Rig mixer. And it essentially enables gamers to mix in 3 audio streams.
Okay.
So we're getting 2 channels from your console or your PC, and one of them is game sound, the other one is game chat.
Okay.
The third leg is your smartphone. So you just connect up your smartphone
via Bluetooth, I assume?
Via hard cable.
Ooh, interesting.
So that you always are connected and you don't have any connection issues. And this enables us to integrate your smartphone into your game audio experience. So we can mix in exactly the level of sound that we want on all 3 channels. So on game mode, we're getting the smartphone audio. So if you want to mix in music or a music app or whatever else you want to do is coming through here, and I can adjust that level. I can adjust the level of game chat to game sound that we want exactly. And what happens when we get a phone call is I switch the mic switch, the rocker switch in the middle, over to the mobile side. And so it's kind of a macro switch. It does a whole bunch of stuff all at once. One of the things it does is it mutes your buddy's chat coming from your game. It also mutes your transmission.
Okay.
The third thing it does is open up a mic to your phone. So all that happens with the switch. And if you've got it dialed down so that you're biased towards mobile, it will also lower the game sound to a predetermined level. So it does all those 4 things with this simple switch, and you answer the phone call just like that. You can also just go back to your game buddies and chat and say, hey, it's that girl from the cafe. She actually called me. I'm going to talk to Janelle for like 5 minutes. And then, hey, what's up? How you doing?
Yeah.
Just that easy. So you go back and forth with those two conversations.
You're doing God's work here, because you won't get mums in the background yelling at your kids, and you're hearing that, and it's distracting you, and it kind of removes that whole immaturity level from the game.
Exactly. I mean, what do you do when you've got your game going? You're disconnecting your headset and you're coming in. It sucks. So so that's really kind of what we wanted to solve for gamers: the ability to quickly take a call and then go back to your game when it's done. So all that stuff that I said happened kind of unravels in reverse.
Cool.
Shuts off your transmission to the phone, goes back to talking to your buddies, and your game volume comes back up. Your music starts playing again. So it's kind of magic when you first have it happen, and it's addictive. You can't play without this. Like, I've been playing League for a couple months with the prototypes, and we've been working through the audio and perfecting it, but it's that base functionality that's just addictive, and you can't play another way. It's just staying connected to your life is really important to me. I mean, I'm older, so I have a boss and a girlfriend, and I have to take those calls, so it enables me to do that.
And it also enables you to continue playing without them knowing that
Exactly. So when we talk about Rig, it's play more, pause less. So in general, it just allows people to play more, concentrate on the game, and not have to stop what they're doing. So for a PC gamer, it's pretty cool, and even console gamers, you're getting dedicated control without having ever to go into your event settings and say, twitter about with the little volume.
Terrible, I've done it.
And everybody has to just all tab out your game, stop what you're doing. Okay, these guys are way too loud. I got to fiddle with this. And again, when you have your music in a dedicated form right here in front of your fingertips, that's so much better than using iTunes in the background too. So you can skip a track, go
it's
to
right there.
Right there.
Alt-tubbing out, and
exactly.
You might miss something.
So it's dedicated, discrete hardware for all your audio needs. And the last thing, it has some pretty cool EQ modes. We have a pure mode, which is a flat, so it's kind of doing some correction even in a flat mode to kind of perfect our audio signature. And then the second mode is called seismic. It's a bass boost, so it's kind of fun. That's actually what I use. It's really fun.
And everyone loves a little bit of bass.
A little bit of bass. And then the last one is intensify. So it's for people who are playing shooter games and need directional noise, like gunshots and footsteps and reload sounds are all mid-range noises, and that gives us a sense of where things are coming from in the game.
Well, that was my next question. In terms of genres of games, have you accommodated, because with League of Legends, I guess you'll be wanting to hear your teammates talk a bit louder, and then when you're playing shooters and stuff, there are so many different noises kind of going on in the background. And then there are people who play races and like puzzle games, and Xbox Live and the PSN are huge in terms of what you can actually do. Have you tried to accommodate to each of these different genres?
We've had we basically tried to match our sound signature to some pretty high-end studio cams that are often used for music production.
Yep.
We're really happy with where we've ended up. We don't have a super boomy bass that colors any of the other frequencies.
Yep.
So we've actually tried to make a very accurate headset. So it's kind of the antithesis to, say, like a Beats headset, where they're very, very much oriented towards music that has a lot of bass that doesn't really get affected. In gaming, you've got to hear every frequency. So like if you're playing Halo, the lift sound, for example, is a frequency sweep. So you have to hear all the notes of the entire frequency spectrum.
So one of the great things about Plantronics is they think about the gamers. And that's one thing what Plantronics does best is they're thinking about the gamers, and there's small little sounds what gamers want. It's the small things. And when I play games, when I wear headphones, it's like, oh wow, I would never hear this if I was just playing through my stereo speakers.
Totally. I think that it kind of comes from, we have a lot of experience in audio. We are experts in communication. We have actually a team of audio engineers, a team of electrical engineers, a team of mechanical engineers that are on site, and a 30 plus designers that are actually in Santa Cruz, California, right on site. So we can design products from scratch anytime we want.
Well, speaking of the design, it looks amazing. I mean, like, it looks really nice. Like, just sitting there. This is
something that, like, I think people would actually wear outside the living room. So the kind of the tenet of Rig is that it actually comes with two booms. So as you can see, like, the boom is completely modular, and I can attach on a boom that has an inline mic that doesn't have a boom, that has a call control, a mute, and a mic
very nice
built in. So you could use it outside the house. It's designed to be really flexible and fashionable. And I mean, I'm wearing this one, but it has a lot of fabric on it. So it's kind of a lifestyle play. I think a lot of other headsets that are for gaming, I think the manufacturers want to imply that they could be used outside, but they're not quite there. They're not quite there. So this is one of the first ones that I've seen that I would rock. And I think you guys might be really kind of in the upswing of Beats being worn outside, and
I know,
really big, right? This is quite a bit more sedate.
A little bit down to earth, I think.
A little bit more down to earth. I think everybody can wear this, no problem.
So let's talk about the pleb side of things. For people who don't know headphones very well, Ritchie is the very much the headphone man, whereas I just like to listen to sound. I like to put the headphones on. For just the everyday gamer that doesn't know that much particularly about sound, what is going to make them buy them? Let's have a look at the actual headset comfort and the way it sits on your head.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, if you know somebody that wears one of these for their job, Plantronics makes it. So we've got memory foam. We've got if you take a look, we've got a cushioned inner foam right there,
which is nice because I've had previous headsets, the cheaper ones, and they push against you, and I can feel the drivers just right there.
And they're comfortable just to wear around your neck when you're not wearing them. So that was kind of important to me, like that they're comfortable even in a resting position when you're just having something to eat or whatever.
And I think the whole thing about gaming is you want to be immersed as immersed as possible. And if you're not thinking about the fact that your headphones are there, that's the best possible.
These are like our past products, the 780 and the 380. Some of the most comfortable headsets I've ever worn.
Yeah.
We're good at that. We've got a human factors team right there that's doing all the testing, making sure that these things can be worn for 8, 10, 12 hours at a time.
Where can people find out more information about the headset, and when do they come out?
Plantronics.com/gaming is our website, so we can find out when all the products are going to be in stores, where they're going to be at, and when they're going to be in stores. We are launching this really around, if you're watching this video, it's probably PAX Prime right now. So we've announced the product August 21.
Cool.
And we'll be in stores in October.
Okay, cool.
Sometime in October. So
right
around the time
Christmas.
of the League Championship Series final on October 5th in Los Angeles in Staples Center.
And we'll be at the EB Games Expo.
We will.
Excellent. We'll hope to see you there.
Yeah, awesome. Thanks so much for your time.